Welcome back to Phasmophobia. If you guys could like, comment, and or subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Anything that you could do for the channel does help me put more back into the channel for you. All that being said, we kind of got the new update, and it is awesome. I don't think anybody's going to have a single thing to complain about. I take back. Someone's going to find something to complain about. I certainly won't. This is pretty goddamn cool. Anyway, we're going to continue on with our little series where we try to highlight the evidentiary items for the main ghost, which would help if I actually click the right button in OBS. There you go. So yeah, we got 13 out of 24 ghosts so far, so that only leaves 11 ghosts left for information gathering. Hopefully we can track some of them down. I'm not sure though. We'll do this on... I'm gonna do this on Willow Street, and we'll leave it on professional. That way I don't have to try to guess what the ghost is. When I get it right, go over the evidence, and then try to demonstrate some of the evidentiary points if possible. So, nothing to it but to do it. Let's do this. Alright, we're doing this on professional, so that way we get all three evidence to properly confirm the ghost. And then we can also get a crisp possession and moderate amount of hiding spaces. All of the weather types so far. And we should almost be at 50% to be able to get one of these ghosts that we haven't gotten before, and that is not turning out to be the case. Damn it, it's in the basement. Which one? Ultraviolet. I will take ultraviolet. And you? And what's the temperature in here? 13, 16, 12, 13. My sanity! You cannot have my sanity! Yeah, okay, so the ghost is in here. That works for me. And this will be interesting. We've already got ultraviolet. The ghost never gives us information that quickly. There's in the kitchen this time. Holy mother of EMF. Let's go ahead and check for these three, and then we'll take a hike on down to the basement, get the breaker turned on. Probably keep checking this for a little bit, but yeah, it seems as though the audio glitch is finally permanently gone. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? Woodchuck could chuck wood. So was it no tarot? Oh, okay, we got somebody in a circle. Not the best. Definitely not the worst. Got just some doors up there, nothing big on the EMF front. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Let's check for handprints. It was the same door again. Interesting. There's that. How's our temps looking in here? I don't think we're down to 5 yet. 7. Better than nothing. Hello, Mr. Moon. It's a very high definition moon. Very sharp. Yeah, sanity's probably about average for what we've been doing. Get this stuff loaded in there. Be hilarious if I could spot ghost orbs from all the way from out there. Oh, there was light flickering there for a second. Hey, ghost orbs. Neat. Is that what that counted as? Yes, it is. Alright, we got ourselves some ghostly orbs. I'll put this one up here. There we go. Adequate dots coverage. So we have ultraviolet, we have ghost orbs. This is the making of an obake. I think, what do we have? I think we've done Hantu before. No Hantu? We're not done Hantu? Please hold. I feel like we've done Hantu. How's the YouTube stream going? Looks like it's doing all right. Bring that up to live. There we go. Your videos. Let's look at playlists. That'd be great. Options, view playlist, view videos in playlist. Videos, playlist. Oni, Thay, Raiju, Moomis, Polter, Mylene, Moomis, Easter, Jin. I don't think we've done the Hantu. Mare, Revenant. Huh. Interesting. Alright, well, we're gonna maybe do it today, so that'll be pretty damn cool. Big maybe, though. We already have everything else loaded in there. Nothing else for us to really do on that front. Let's go ahead and pop over here and kill the night vision. Which we unfortunately do need to see the ghost orbs. Right? I don't even see the ghost orb with that and with the night vision. I mean, that room's bright as fuck, but still. I'm gonna set that to record for funsies. Can actually see it better when I'm not zoomed in on it. Damn, no dots. I mean, no dots is good dots. What do we need to look for then? Dots will give us Banshee, Spirit Box, we already know we're not getting. EMF will give us Obake, Writing, we're not getting. So freezing, EMF, or dots. I think the only one we've done here is Banshee, so that gives us 2 out of 3 chance, right? Yeah, oh no, we've done Obake. The only one we have left is Hantu. Well, that sucks. So if I go in there and it's not freezing, then it's just ruined. All is over. All is lost. It's the end of the world as we know it. Wah, wah, wah. Something else I could really take in there. I'll take in an extra smudge. Give me the dots, boy, and free my soul. I won't let. Actually, don't give me dots. Give me the freezing and free my soul. God fucking damn it. Not even active right now. What the hell? Oh, the light's on. I'm getting cold breath in here more than I am out here. Negative. We got us a new ghost. Yeah. I thought we had tarot cards for a second there. Fuck yeah. Finally. Jesus, that took forever. I'm gonna go ahead and mark down Hantu. Hantu. Should we save that list and exit it out? Alrighty. Let me go ahead pull up the correct website for this. Instead of this, we need Opera with ghosts. Cool. So yep, this is the Phasmophobia wiki. I try to make sure I link the correct page for the ghost in every video. So, you know, go down in the description to check those out. So for this is absolutely loaded with ads, but if you just scroll down here from the main page, you go to types of ghosts. This is set up just like the journal. You can go to Hantu. Here's the Hantu. Move that into the side. Scroll down a little bit and start fucking with all these ads that are just the worst. Absolutely terrible. I can't even do anything. My PC just froze. So many ads. Actually, my PC's burning up right now, I think. It's breathing pretty low. Why am I up to 85 degrees Celsius? Jesus. Anyway, Make sure, yep, this is showing up good. So the Hantu has ultraviolet, ghost orbs, and freezing temperatures. It's actually forced to have freezing temperatures, but we'll go through this in order. They're known for their increased speed in colder rooms, which can make them an unexpected threat during a hunt, because it can go from real slow to real goddamn fast. The Hantu cannot turn on the fuse box, and is twice as likely to turn it off. So if the ghost ever turns on a fuse box, like the inverse of the Jinn, you know it's not a Hantu. And if it's turning it off regularly, then yeah, it might be a Hantu. During a hunt, the Hantu's speed is affected by the temperature of the room that the ghost goes through or that the ghost is in. Not next to, not near, not the ghost room's real cold. The ghost is always going to be fast. Just the room that the ghost is in at the moment. So if the room temperature is greater than 15 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Fahrenheit, basically, the ghost speed is going to be roughly 1.4 meters per second, which is its absolute slowest. If the room is between 12 and 15, it'll be 1.75. Between 9 and 12, it'll be 2.1. Between 6 and 9, it'll be 2.3. 3 and 6, it'll be 2.4. 0 and 3, it'll be 2.5. And if the room is actually in the freezing temperature range, it'll be its fastest at 2.7 meters per second, more than double its slowest speed. Unlike other ghosts, the Hantu does not have line of sight acceleration during hunts, so the only two ghosts that don't do that are Hantu and Thay. So if you have a really slow ghost that is not speeding up with line of sight, it's probably a Hantu not in that cold room. If you're in a cold room, the ghost is really slow and not speeding up with line of sight, then it's a Thay that you age to oblivion. During a hunt, the Hantu will emit freezing breath near its head in any room as long as the fuse box is off. Dead players cannot see this breath, and as this is not actual evidence, it can appear on any difficulty. Strength and weaknesses, this is kind of pulled from the journal, but strength, the lower temperature allows the Hantu to move faster, and weakness, the Hantus move slower in warm areas. Basically, this is the inverse of one another. The Hantu does have forced evidence, so unlimited evidence, such as 1 out of 2 games, or even on Insanity, the Hantu will always have freezing temperature as its evidence. Strategies, you guys can definitely come up with better ones. Identification, there are 3 ways to identify Hantu. Leave the fuse box turned on for a while, listen for the speed during a hunt if it is faster in colder rooms and slower in the ghost room. Oh, slower than a normal ghost in a warm room, then it's a Hantu, and you can usually be identified safely from hiding in a spot or just staying out of sight, basically. Now, this kind of doesn't work, because if the Raiju has the powered on electronics near it, and it's also in a cold room, then that could give you a red herring, and the Jinn will speed up from further away. So if you think that's the ghost room and it has line of sight on you and the breaker's on during a hunt, then yeah, it could give you a red herring. And the Moroi is always a piece of crap. The Hantu's ability to emit freezing breath when the breaker is off can be used to definitely identify it without evidence, though it's more risky than other strategies. Look closely, use incense to stun it while it's hunting. That one is mostly true. But, I mean, as long as you can, because you have to have the breaker off to do this. Breaker off cools down the entire house. But if the ghost starts hunting and you are in the ghost room with it when it starts hunting, it leaves the room, you can turn off, or no, that's only if the breaker's in the room. Basically, you can turn off the breaker right at the beginning of a hunt, so that the way the rest of the house is still relatively warm for a while, and then go and observe the ghosts. So even if the ghost gets line of sight of you, as long as you're not in or around the ghost room or have to go through it, then the ghost will still be rather slow and give you the cold breath. There's other strategies too. If you don't get freezing temps as one of the ghosts to evidence in a limited evidence custom game, then the Hantu can be safely ruled out. So let's say you're doing Nightmare, so you're only going to get 2 evidence, and you get Ghost Orbs and Spirit Box, can't be a Hantu. And let's say you're doing Insanity and you end up with EMF 5, can't be a Hantu. Actually, I think Hantu has EMF 5 anyway. Just went over this. You get the idea though. Oh, the Hantu is one of two ghosts, the other one being the on-rail, for which you can collect all three pieces of evidence without excluding the mimic, therefore concluding you're dealing with a Hantu. Confirm that it is actually a Hantu using the above methods, and or check whether the spirit box gives a response. If it does, you have the mimic instead. We know we did not get a spirit box response. We don't have to worry about the mimic. And there's some of the history and other whatnots and some references. So let's pop over to OBS, make sure we do that, a little bit of that, and I can go and close that website so my computer stops screaming at me. There we go, back into the game. So the breaker apparently has been off for a bit now. I have 2 instances on me. Our sanity is still quite high as well, but I believe we have a summoning circle. So let's go use it. Kind of want to take a photo cam with me, but that's not necessary. Breaker was also downstairs, I'm pretty sure. Let's take a detour just in case. Nope, breaker's downstairs. Okay. What's up, Hantu? Unfortunately, the ghost events do not give you cold breath. Don't seem to be facing the right direction. Go, got some line of sight. They're coming up. So goddamn fast. Back into a normal area now. It slows down. Ooh, just as she was speeding up there. And yeah, trying to get her to do the cold breath thing is going to be basically suicide. Unless she turns off the breaker, which she is not. So yeah, that's the Hantu. Doesn't speed up the line of sight, speeds up, it doesn't even speed up. It is fast in colder rooms. That's kind of something worth noting, is that there is no speed up, slow down. It is instant. Whatever room it's in. Speed, speed, speed. Yeah, that one's Hantu. Hope you guys enjoyed that. You can like, comment, and or subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Anything you can do for the channel does help me put more back into the channel for you. All that being said, there are kind of some updates to go over with this whole streaming YouTube stuff. Wait till we get all the way out of here. So, for the love of God, I wish I would put in the settings so we could turn them off. Anyway, kind of realized I filled up my plate a bit much, so I think we have about 18 or so weeks left until November 8th, which is the first video I produced on this channel, was November 8th, 2023. So, probably that will be the last stream. I think it's going to be a Saturday. That'll be the last stream for a bit. Not going to really focus on the channel or anything too much like that. If I do any work on the car and think to take the camera out there and record any of it, then I'll post that. But right now I'm just doing one class right now with school, and here in 4 weeks I'll be done with that, and then I'll be doing 3 classes at a time. That is going to be quite chaotic on top of my current 12-hour work a day schedule for work. I'd like to be able to sleep in on weekends. So, might not be the permanent end of the channel, but November 8th is pretty much going to be when I'm going to be taking a break for the near future. On that note, schooling, I think I should be done with all of my classes by the end of... No, by the beginning of, I think, January of 2027 sometime is my graduation date. And I may, depending on how things work out, try to pursue my master's as well. So we'll see if things continue. If I do that, however, it's only going to be about half a year on top of that, so that'll be middle of 2027. So we'll see how things work out. Anyway, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you like, comment, and or subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Anything you could do for the channel will help me pull more back into the channel for you. All that being said, I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.